Holy shit. Feels ideal. Feels as ideal as it's going to get. Leave it. Just a little water or something. Oh, what's up, dudes? How are you? 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 What's up, Sam? How are you, brother? How are you, dude? How is there no foul? Oh, wild. I feel like there's no fouls called on South Alabama in this game. I'd like to see a bunch of fouls called on them. We can't get the ball inside. They're hitting threes. We got to continue to hit threes. I like it's just a Jefferson kid, though. We still have some firepower in there with the Smith kid, and we can start hopefully getting Merritt's the ball. We need to get Merritt's the ball. That is very important coming up. So hopefully we get Merritt the ball. How are all? This is a wonderful slate. What's up, Peterson? How are you, dude? I appreciate everybody's support on my little song. I had somebody retweet it. Somebody retweet my little song and put it on their own little thing on Twitter. It was lovely. Let's see. Let's see how she blows. How, what is it, 40 to 36? I might have to sweat the last few seconds of this before halftime, guys. Only play of the day for me so far is IPFW, first ever 5U max play of the day for me. I think they're going to win. I'm going to try and look the live. I didn't realize that the Horizon bracket reseeded after the first round. Freaking brutal. Because that's not a good matchup. That's not a good matchup for IPFW. Like they did against good defense like that, fundamentally sound defense with how we've seen IPFW's offense, like kind of like hopefully they get turnovers. And get some easy buckets. We'll see. But what's the unit, Little Rock? I might have to do away with the units because I feel like too many people just tail me when I'm just trying to give information out. Like, because then I have people DMing me like, how the hell did they lose? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just trying to help. You're making it less fun. So I might have to stop with the units, to be completely honest. I have a lot of money on Little Rock right now. I'll just be fucking straight with you. I'm not uncomfortable. I would never do that, but I have about as much as you can have on Arkansas Little Rock and feel comfortable. I know. I understand, little Vinny. Stick with the units, but people got to stop chirping me in DMs when things don't hit. It's like, am I someone's daddy? Because then I expect to be taken care of when I retire. UCF today, Marty Lane. I have UCF. I liked him a lot more at Pick'em. I don't know about laying that with him, but no Jalen Cook, so that's awesome, right? Peterson, I watched the whole Rutgers game. Ron Harper Jr. is that guy with a bag of salt on his back. He is that guy. Gotta love Ron Harper. It was a good bet. It was a 50-50 game. They won the 50-50 game at plus 175. Good bet. It was what we thought it was. Marquette, bad bet. Marshall, probably bad bet. If Little Rock wins, they got to play that song at all home games. Will Deloche, I appreciate it. Let's see. I don't know what they went into. What's the halftime score? Did anybody see? I didn't see it flash off the screen. Sam Skibitsky, we ride. It's Sammy, Muff Daddy. It's Sammy. Sammy's slamming Sammy. I wanted to slam some Sammys today. 42-36 at half. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Jalen Cook is huge for that offense. He's always handling the ball, keeps them in rhythm. Yeah, primary ball handler. Expect a lot out of him. I'd be on UCF or nothing, but at -2, I have a teeny bit of UCF, but at -2, I don't know. That's tough. What do I think about Detroit money line? I think it's probably a good bet. I think taking the points so that if Northern Kentucky wins like a close one on a last second shot because, I mean, Detroit kind of has the matchup advantage. In one sense, they do. In one sense, they don't. I don't know if they're going to hit as many shots as they did that last time out. But, yeah, we don't really have anyone to guard Davis. That was a little more annoying than I thought last time. And Waterman kind of makes a little bit of a difference for me. And Waterman really does. He can hit he stretches the floor. He can take them off. He can kind of go off the bounce too. He makes a big difference for me. So my love for Northern Kentucky eats at my ability to accurately handicap that game. Middle Tennessee State finally lost. Yep. And sooner or later it was going to happen. It was going to happen. Young team going to happen. It just didn't matter, right? Because North Texas locked up whatever the regular season outright, whatever. Illini over Penn State. I mean, if you put an absolute gun to my head, I don't want to touch that, but you put a gun to my head, I'd probably take them to just rout them, maybe. It's really difficult because I like how Penn State. I actually still like Penn State, even after the Nebraska bludgeoning. It's just like kind of a bad matchup. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of would maybe lay the points with Illinois. I don't have a great read on that because they should be able to, like, Kofi's gonna manhandle Harar, right? He should. And then like quickness and just guard skill eventually on the perimeter. You put Trent Frazier on Jalen Pickett, and it should be hard for them to score. I think like maybe like when, yeah, I'd rather take Penn State in like a matchup like next week against Rutgers, where there's not gonna be some like elite athleticism to punish them either. Peterson, I like Indiana State a lot today. I do too, and it purely comes down to late game execution. Like I was trying to think about how to distill that game down, the description for it. It's just purely late game execution to me. This Indiana State team, their coaching, big edge, in my opinion, in end of game, like in what will probably be like a tight game down the stretch. And maybe there's a little bit more top end talent on Illinois State with like a Reeves, and you'd expect them to close, but it's just going to be much easier offense for Indiana State. We like Indiana State. I'm on them decent amount today. Did you happen to have any Arlington plus 3.5? I had a little bit. I had more plus 145 because I bet sized it poorly. I'm not always the best. I think I'm a really good handicapper, not the best bettor in the world. I should have more plus 3.5. I thought Azor would be able to get it done at the end of the game. I mean, they were down by so much. They really didn't hit a shot. It's really tough when you just don't hit a shot like that. You have more boards, less turnovers, theoretically play the game. Tough. But there's some winners on LA Lafayette. That's why we max bet them against Georgia State however long ago, because they do have winners. I probably overlooked that part a little bit there. Luckily, I didn't go hard. What do I think about Michigan? I like Michigan. I do like more Michigan. Yeah, I can move away from the board. I am going through the conference tourneys today, College Hoops Mecca. We have Missouri Valley, WCC, and Sun Belt to go through. Let's see. Big Kentucky. Does Kentucky play today? I just glance over that. Oh, Northern Kentucky. Yeah, I guess I understand that. I mean, I do. They're winners. I cannot wait to back them when Vincent and Pavorius are old. I cannot wait. B. Pauly, there's the board. Give me one reason Temple can't win this game at plus 1,000 is just crazy value. Peterson. I agree, dude. I don't see any reason why. Because Houston isn't as athletic as Memphis. It's not going to be as bad in that category. I don't know why they can't win the game either. I think Houston can continue. Maybe they peaked. Houston just routes them, whatever. But I do have a little bit plus 1,000, sir. Thoughts on Fresno State? And Cardio, I understand this is a game that San Diego State theoretically needs, like putting themselves into the tournament picture. But just from a matchup standpoint, like I get Mensa's difficult inside and everything. But Fresno State, like, can get hot from three. Like Holland can hit threes, Hill can hit threes, Orlando Robinson can step out. If he pulls him out, kind of turns into a decent matchup. I don't love Matt Bradley on late game offense on Anthony Holland. I really, really like Anthony Holland. I think I understand the situational spot if you're on San Diego State. I understand, like, if you're on the spread, I get it. But plus 320 is incorrect. That's incorrect on that game. So I have to take some. I'm obligated to because it's just fucking incorrect. Wildly incorrect. It's much more towards like 45, 55, 42, 58, something like that. Much more towards that. Muff Daddy, did you see the board, bro? Michigan. I do like Michigan for the same reason we liked them last time against Iowa. I think the Diabate matchup on Keegan Murray, who guards Dickinson and Diabate inside, easy offense for Michigan at home. We now have Fran, whatever the fuck. My brain is just mush right now. I was up way too late last night. Fran, whatever his face is, that's mean to respect, Jake. Fran running the team. I like Michigan. I still am not an Iowa believer. We'll go through this whole season. I won't be an Iowa believer, and that's fine. Tulane. I don't want them without Jalen Cook, without the primary initiator. You're just going to expect a ton out of Forbes. I think he can do it. I see a world where Forbes can do it, and I'm not a big UCF guy, but yeah, I don't know. That's really tough. That's really tough because UCF is going to create some chaos and stuff, make other people handle the ball. You know, do you trust all the other ball handlers for Tulane enough? UCF can at least hit some shots. They will be without Mahan, though. So he's one of their best three-point shooters against whatever zone Ron Hunter throws out there. So if you're on Tulane, I get it. That's really difficult to me. Michigan on a mission. They are potentially on a mission. Wait, what is all? Holy shit, I got so behind. My bad. Feeling good about Temple. I like it. I like people feeling good about Temple. What's your reasoning on Little Rock? Did you hear my song, Luke Schneider? And the game already started, just so you know. Not a lot of good spots to really get in on that game right now, unless you like South Alabama. Alabama picks. Alabama shited the bed last night in a pretty good matchup. Alabama's season is over. They ain't gonna be doing nothing. Michigan moneyliner against the spread. I got it at minus 120 last night. I think you're fine taking it like up to minus 130. I only have a half a unit on it. I didn't go crazy. I don't like Michigan. I don't think they're that good a team. I don't think Iowa's a good team. But this version of Michigan's better than the Juwan Howard coached one, the one that Fran. God damn it. He's a Temple guy. Fran Dunphy? Damn it. 3 South Alabama players are out, and Little Rock has something to play for. Yo, Little Rock's close. The team's close. I think they're going to win a couple games in this tournament. I like this team. That DJ Smith kid's a boss. That young DJ Smith kid. Any chance SMC wins the WC tourney? We're going to go over that in a few, Tyler 22, but that's who I have winning. I think it's them. I can see Santa Clara winning too. But I think Santa Clara is a little too volatile, so I went with St. Mary's. I like Tommy Coos. Tommy Coos gets it done. Rory McIlroy live. I don't know what Rory's up to. I like Rory McIlroy. Kentucky going all the way. I don't know. Maybe. Backdoor winner with UTA earlier. Great way to start the day. It is a good way to start the day. Wish I had more spread rather than money line, but good way to start the day is correct. Fran McCaffrey. Who's Fran McCaffrey? Fran Dunphy is who I was thinking of. Fran McCaffrey, the Iowa coach. Oh, thanks, Benny Kohler. Yeah, I think for Iowa too, you got to think a couple of the nepotism kids out, which is actually a bonus for them, to be honest. A couple of the McCaffreys are out. I feel like Tony Perkins more playing time is a bonus, although on the road maybe not. So, however you judge that, but I believe one or both of them will be out. Arlington Miracle cover. Lowhorman, yeah, but they shot terribly in that game. They had a lot of opportunities in that game comparatively to Lafayette, who was just turning the ball over and hitting some key shots. So you really love Indiana State. I like them. I like them quite a bit. Oh, wait, we're already almost caught up. Nice. Rutgers. Yes, Rutgers. Ron Harper. Do you think Ohio State will ever run? No, they're playing terrible basketball. They're injured. They're just super injured coming down the stretch. I think Ohio State's going to lose tonight. I have some Michigan State at plus 220. I think if you watched the last game and saw what a problem guard quickness can be for Ohio State, then you're kind of opening a door up for Tyson Walker. He could have a really, really good game. I think it's Tyson Walker, whatever, the Northeastern transfer who runs their offense. He can have a really good game, and then they can kind of match up front line-wise, stuff like that. I think Michigan State wins this game. I definitely think Michigan State wins this game. I don't trust their guard play to the nth degree on the road, so they're a sprinkle for me, but I think Michigan State wins this game. I appreciate it, Muff Daddy. Any good parlay picks? I've never heard of a good parlay pick on the planet. Damn it, Phil Martelli. Oh, Carson, thank you. Fuck. Fran Dunphy and Phil Martelli, very similar guys in my head, but I don't even think it's disrespectful to Phil Martelli. But I guess St. Joe's versus Temple. I think that game is a coin flip, honestly. Yeah, I think Michigan State is very coin flippy, but at plus 220, that's a pretty damn good investment, huh? It's about as good as it gets. Thoughts on UNT's chances in the tourney? I like them to win CUSA. I got to break that one down, but I mean, they have the best coach and they have one of the best guards in McBride, but Grant McCasland is like by far and away the best coach in that league. He's like running laps around everybody else. MSU and Mich, coin flip. A lot of people seem to be saying coin flip. Chad the Dead too. Sounds like a lot of people are going to have a Michigan State money line ticket. Whether it goes good or bad, it doesn't matter. If you're pretty confident in a coin flip, you have a little bit of error on either side to be confident in that as well. UCLA early exit in the tournament. I like their guard play, so I'm not going to bet on that. Thanks all the people with the Phil Martelli. I'm just a dope. I didn't sleep last night too. I was up super late. I had a bunch of things going on, and then I had to finish these brackets because we have momentum. And I need to get one right. I had Lafayette get knocked out early. I've been doing poorly on these first ones. So I went with the guard play this morning with Arlington over the team I liked a little more in Lafayette. And fucking backwards, the reverse of the Radford play. So whatever. UNT is going to pull off an upset in the tourney. They can. Offense initiation wide. I need to watch a little more McBride because they were kind of boring to me this year. So I didn't watch much McBride. But if McBride really is the guy I think he is, then they can certainly do it. Ohio State -5. Yeah, no, high rollers. I can't do that. They're playing awful basketball, and they're very injured. Very injured. I think he's injured. I think Young's injured. Maybe they're playing, but they're injured. Will Loyola Chicago be in March Madness? I don't think there's a flying chance in hell, Johnny boy. I think there's a better chance of I'm not going to get into that. But I think there's a better chance of a lot of things happening than that. Reverse line movement on the Pepperdine game. Yeah, I'm not a huge market analytics guy, but Pepperdine we should get into. I talked about it with somebody. We have in the community, Jeff Prudian is a Pepperdine student, and we were talking about it. I know the narrative is that Pepperdine is so young. Lorenzo Romar is a so bad coach, but they always kind of play up because they have tons of talent relative to everybody else. So they always kind of play up at the end of the year. I actually like a bunch of the young guards on this team. And I think in terms of steadiness, whatever, there's some to be desired out of Jade Smith and damn it, the other senior. I don't know. We were just talking about it in the comments, but I think they can be steady enough. Jidek hit some threes. And I think physicality inside with the big center that's playing well right now down the stretch. I think San Diego against an underachieving San Diego team that is going to need a decent amount on dribble drive, stuff like that. I think we'll be all right. I think they're going to win this game. I think Pepperdine's going to make a little run here. I like this young Pepperdine team. What's the name of the freshman I really like? There's one freshman on Pepperdine I'm a huge fan of. And another big key, Pepperdine's freshmen have been getting tons of play down the stretch because at least the last few games, because Jade Smith and I love Hunter Millette. That kid's a boss. That kid's a little boss. The Mitchell kid's not bad, but I really like the center. They've had a bunch of people out and they've been learning how to play without him. Insert these vets back in against an underachieving San Diego team, and I think they went out right good percentage of the time. So I took Pepperdine as well last night for a decent amount. We'll get back to Greg Cole. I promise I will start talking NBA once all March Madness is over. My buddy wants to start our podcast again. We were doing one for a little bit, so I'll be starting that again. Frankie Collins. What about Frankie Collins? He doesn't factor into what I'm thinking tonight. UTSA Roadrunners, maybe really widespread at home. I just kind of glanced over that one, didn't really look at it. Sam, show us the board. Sure, brother. Please would be awesome, but I got you. That's Temple in the plus 1,000 on the bottom. Will Loyola Chicago make it to March Madness? Yeah, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. Spoiler alert, I have Bradley advancing out of that. I think just going to be too much. Too much physicality, too much inside. Peter Rabbit, what's up, guy? What's up, brother? Had to take a break yesterday because of Locke, but we back today. Hey, brother, we all feel for you. We feel for you. I believed too. It hurt my heart. Let's go, Little Rock boys. Great first half. Good first half. We need to get the ball to Marich more. And we need to stop just like giving them easy buckets. And their half-court offense is shit for South Alabama. If we stop giving them easy buckets in transition, we win this fucking game relatively easy. Hopefully the coach is saying the same thing at halftime. Let's all fucking relax. Let's pick up our assignments and let's move our feet a little quicker in transition. Because we're kind of in position, but they're just like, I mean, their guards are bigger. So we're having a tough time with it. We need to move a little quicker, be a little more decisive. Come on. How do you feel about UConn and the Torty? Need to be better from perimeter and Sunogo. Can they pick up a primary playmaker that has plus athleticism in the next few weeks? Get back to me on that. If they can, I think they have a good chance of going really deep. Thanks, Carson. I appreciate it. I'm on Manhattan plus 9.5. I took a teeny bit of plus 400 too as like a huge letdown spot for an Iona team that's like looking ahead. That Iona team wants to do damage in March. They don't want to just like go to March. They want to do damage. I think they're the two senior guards are probably setting their sights on that. Manhattan is big, physical. You know, if Tyson Jolly and Elijah Joyner are one thing, they're not wildly uber athletic, and you're going to have big guys like Ant Nelson and stuff on them. Jose Perez just had the worst game he could possibly have against Fairfield. I don't think he could play a worse game. Maybe he looks a little chubby and maybe getting a little tired, but last home game of the season, I think it's the last home game of the season, but I think Manhattan plays up here, and I think they have a good shot of winning. They have a lot of size. They can combat him inside. It's not going to be tons of free, easy buckets for Nelly Joseph and stuff. I think Manhattan can win that basketball game. I think they have a really good shot of covering. That wasn't far from becoming a play for me. That out of that lean board right there, that was probably the closest one to becoming a play for me, to be honest. So I probably have the most. When I think about it, I mean, I took the money line too. I probably have the most on that out of the leans board. Northern Iowa will win their conference tourney. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they have good team chemistry. Avery Green, unfortunately, I'm not down for the team chemistry with Northern Iowa, and I will buy them when it's like Carter and Heisey leading this team, solely them. You think Rutgers makes March Madness? I do. I think they're a good basketball team. And I think Ron Harper deserves it. Should I put 50 to win 50 combined on John LeBron to combine for 4+ threes on FanDuel? I have no idea, Aiden Katz. You do you, my brother. I would never put a nickel on that in my life, but you do you, my brother. If you think you have an edge, do you have an edge? That would be the requirement. They filmed Zoe 101 in Pepperdine, Kansas. Thanks, Kitty. Can you speak on the great value of Iowa +2? Jarrett Dolander, I don't see any great value on Iowa +2. I don't think Iowa's very good. I do think it's a bonus that the McCaffreys are out, but I don't think they have a good matchup up front. And on the road, like I think Iowa's just kind of overvalued. I mean, Iowa doesn't turn the ball over. They are impressive in that respect. I don't really like Michigan, so maybe there's a world. But I like how Diabate matches up with Murray. And I like how Dickinson doesn't really have a counter. So I think Diabate is like as good as a matchup you're going to get on Keegan Murray in like arguably college basketball, but definitely the Big Ten. Zoe 101 is a good show. I never watched much of it. I think I'm too old, bro. Like I don't even know if that my sister was on that. Okay. Oakland +4. I don't know. Okay, Wright State and Morgan State Coppin. I have no idea on Morgan State Coppin, brother. But Oakland, I don't know. They only beat like a team they beat IUPUI because I mean they didn't care. We said to take IUPUI if anything, but they didn't care. But Oakland hasn't played good basketball in like 3 months. I don't really trust Wright State a ton either against like a more athletic Oakland team. If you remember, we took Wright State money line at, I believe, Oakland last time, and then they won outright coming back late in the game. Better guard play can match shot for shot. It's ultimately guard play. Like Holden, who's not playing very well, which is annoying, but Calvin or Holden should beat. And then Basile can cover Townsend. So, yeah, I mean, it's got to be Wright State or nothing for me. With the current form of Oakland, I just can't do it, man. Where the fuck are the markers? Hold on. I might look to live Wright State, to be honest, because I feel like you can almost throw what's-their-faces in the crumble bucket. Like, I feel like Oakland probably would crumble. Wright State's not playing good basketball. That's why I left it off. Whatever you feel. If you think you see signs of Oakland of life, I don't really trust this Wright State team. I'd have to get a decent price to take them. Bradley, easy pick, best defense in the conference. Yeah, I think they're going to bludgeon people on the boards, and I think like Roberts, now Howell's playing a lot more, which is important to me. And I think Bradley's just going to end up running through it. They just have way too much size for the rest of these people. And if you look, man, they've won the conference tournament 2 of the last 3 years it's been played. Wardell just has some sauce. He's just saucy. I don't know. I haven't done Ivy yet, brother. What's your most of your money lines? I don't know what that means, brother. Utah Valley and Grand Canyon. I think there's value on Utah Valley. This is too wide. Grand Canyon can't beat teams by this much to begin with, but Utah Valley's been trending up. Harmon is back integrated as opposed to the first matchup when he wasn't. They weren't playing great then. They're playing much, much better now. I think they can definitely win that game outright. Utah Valley has very high ceiling in games. Very, very high ceiling. Grand Canyon, is one of the teams that's always going to keep it close regardless. Agreed, RJ Cole's just too small. Yeah, unfortunately. What does tiny mean? Like I just put little sprinkles on them. Like just tiny little flicks. Tiny little flicks. I don't think people should follow my betting. You should follow my handicapping, I think. I think I'm pretty good. But I don't know about my bet sizing is my betting in general is like, if I was good at betting, the prize for that conference tournament contest would be like $1 million, not like 500 or something. My brother taught me a rule I live by. Only take the points if you think they can win. Peterson, that I abide by the same rules. What do you think about Florida State plus 800 to win the ACC? Yeah, finally getting healthy. Yeah. Oh, we liked them over Notre Dame last time. I mean, yeah. Why not? I don't know about plus 800. I'd probably want some more. What do you think about the Wisconsin-Purdue game? Wisconsin is – I made a list of teams I think I can win, by the way, because people keep asking me all the time, what's up with Texas Tech in the tourney? How far do you think they go? I don't know. I think having Davian Warren as your top guard is limiting. What's up with the Little Rock play? I don't know. I think it's happening now. I can't see the board, though. I don't know what the score is. If I'm watching that, then you're going to get nothing out of me on here, and we still have to go through 2 brackets. So if you want me to completely fucking tune out and just go light a joint and go sit in front of the TV, I can do that, but I cannot watch. I don't think I'd be very good at like the live stream alongs. What is the best team in the Big Ten? Wisconsin. Wisconsin. What's up, Northern Iowa money line? Who does Northern Iowa play today? They don't play anybody today. What's up with Texas Tech? 46-40 Little Rock. All right, we're going okay. One lock I could throw 100 on. Hunter Steelsman. There's no locks, man. Look at my board. There's I'm investing, man. I'm sorry. I don't have locks. I'm sorry, brother. I wish I could help you with that. What do you think of Bradley winning the MVC tournament? They're my pick, no problems. They're my pick. Are you an Asian brother of mine? No problems? No problems around here, man. Rutgers winning Big Ten tourney. I could see it. Going to be in Vegas the first round of the tourney. Nice, dude. Fucking follow me. Hit me up. I have a couple buddies coming in. I think my little brother and my dad might come in too. Yeah, sorry, dude. I mean, this is long-term. You'll win if you're hanging out. You will, but following my exact stuff, I don't know. I don't know. Everything's for everybody, and I don't really know what locks is. All right, which ones do we miss? Are there any games we haven't gone over today? All right, running through the board really quick on the ones we missed. Stanford, why is this line so wide? They have a front court. Why is this line so wide? Why not Drake for MVC? Nepotism. Freaking DeVries should not have this big a role on that team. He fucked up the juju there. But I think they are going to make it relatively far given how good Roman Penn is. Purdue Fort Wayne Horizon champs. That's who I got, Arthur Leo Francis. If you go into my link tree, you'll see that there's like a Google sheet for the conference tournament contest. The top row is me. I've been taking snapshots, by the way, for everybody. I've been doing my job on that one. TCU plus 12 at Kansas. I don't know. I probably would have, at minus 10, I might have taken Kansas, but we like TCU, man. We like the Charles O'Bannon morphed TCU, whatever. I don't know. Does Kansas shoot? I looked at the box score and there's like room for TCU to kind of improve. My first auto lean was like just hammer Kansas. But if you told me TCU wins this game, but Akbaji's not going to have as bad a game. TCU's going to have to put up more points if they want to win this one. But, yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know on that one. Initially, I was leaning Kansas as a blowout, but I don't know. I'm sorry. Miles is great. Miles is okay. His skills. I like his toughness. I like all that, but the skills are difficult for me. What else have I missed? We talked about USF. So many points. They're going to slow the game down. Brian Gregory is a good coach. What motivation does Memphis have in this game? I think USF win. I think USF keeps it extremely tight. They're going to get up and play in this game. Wyoming is the best team this year. Ski, did they even win yesterday? I thought they lost yesterday. Yeah, they're playing like shit. I think their season's probably done. Maldonado's the senior, man. If he doesn't want to get up and play well, then, what are you going to do about it? So, what do the colors mean? Oh, those are pieces of sushi magnets that I got that nobody can figure out what they are ever, so they're a complete waste. I like those players that are positionless and kind of finish like Adis, Tony, and Miles. Yeah. Especially in today's college basketball, you're right. So this was the list of teams I made last night of teams I can see hoisting a trophy at the end of the year. Who do I think is the best team this year? Let me see if I can answer some of these. Ski. These are the teams I put where in my head I can picture just from how they play, the level of guard play, how multiple they can be to match up with some different teams, or just like, yeah, exactly. Actually, exactly what I said. Duke. Providence. At this point, give them their fucking respect. Give them their respect. Do it. Because they just can. I mean, they took Villanova right to the limits without Durham, their most important player. So, I mean, come on, at this point. Don't care whatever stats say, whatever. Sometimes magic is magic. That's just the way it is. Winners win, and that's just the way it goes. They're on the winning formula. I can't put Arizona there, Sam Skibitsky. I can't get behind the guard play. I just can't do it. I can't push myself over the ledge. I just can't believe in them. I can't do Kirk Carissa. And, Mathurin, it just hasn't fucking proven it to me this year. I can't do it. So Arizona is a sorry for me. I don't think the Colorado loss, we called it. It was plus 400. Fucking we took that. It's on Saturday. That's not bad to me. I like Colorado. It's just still, they haven't proven it to me this entire season. I've talked about Kirk Carissa and what he needed to prove, and he just didn't do it. So now I'm supposed to be like, oh, just because there's nobody else that's like a super sexy option, I pick Arizona. That's not realistic. I don't think Michigan's realistic. Devontae Jones hoisting a trophy is not a real thing in my head. How far you got Arkansas going? Speaking of Arkansas being bolden, next on the list, Arkansas. I just got to say, I mean, I like Williams. Like, they have big-ass guards. Devo Davis is a winner. Jalen Williams and Devo Davis are fucking winners. It makes up for a lot of things. I have Arkansas on the list. Do I think they're going to do it? No, not really. Thoughts on Memphis minus 12.5? No, I'd rather be on South Florida personally. Sorry, it's right there, brother. I got to be moving. If they played out well, they played against USC, they can beat anybody, in my opinion. USC is playing like shit right now. So I think they take that with a grain of salt, and it's not the best matchup. It's not the best matchup when the forwards are playing like shit, like USC's are right now, specifically. Note is a stud. I also have, I put Davidson and VCU on there. I don't think they're going to win, but if either of those teams make a deep run, like a deep Final Four run, I would not be surprised whatsoever. Davidson's execution is getting back to how it was earlier in the season. Jalen Williams is awesome, bro. If he got more offensive usage, I'd be a happy man. I think VCU is awesome. VCU is probably going to run into a bad spot in the tournament, so maybe that's not the best pick. But I really like them. I love Vince Williams. Wisconsin, got to put them on the list. Got to put Wisconsin on the list. You just absolutely have to. If it's Johnny Davis and Brad Davison, and now the way freaking Chucky's playing, Chucky Heppy B, and Tyler Wall. I mean, if Wisconsin's not in your list of teams that can win it all, I don't know what to tell you. Oregon's on my look to live list, Alec. I think theoretically the matchup's there for them. And like Washington's not going to be able to get enough at the rim, not enough consistent offense from Terrell Brown, in theory, especially with like you put like a lengthy guy like Harmon on him or something. Should be a really good matchup for Oregon. I don't trust Oregon as far as I can throw them. If it's like one of the games where they just can't hit anything and Washington's making mistakes, I'll take some live or something if I get a good price. Valpo -6 should be a real play. Yeah, I have Valpo beating Missouri State in the next round, and I think the experience eventually like comes through, whatever. Yeah, I don't want it. I'm not going to take Valpo -6. I'm not going to do it. But I think that's definitely the side. Maybe it should be. You're not wrong. To be honest, though, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. If it made it over here, that's not the worst thing in the world. You're not wrong. Maybe that's a more personal thing. If you knew how much money I've lost on Valpo this year, Mario's mindset, we might those UW jerseys are nice. The counterling. Wisconsin is not winning shit. I don't know, man. I think they can. And then I also put I could see fucking Auburn doing it weirdly. And then I threw Towson, Iona, and Toledo on there. I think that's more to just like I was writing down teams I can see making really deep runs. It's difficult, man. This year's difficult. I feel like Duke's just going to do it. Thoughts on Syracuse? I'm going to that game on Saturday. Oh, brother, I got to get to that later, man. We have so much to go through. Evansville couldn't match up any worse against Valpo. Yeah, I guess they're going to have a long guy on like Bouchamp and stuff. At least some resistance for like, I guess, Sicily, like young versus old. I mean, I get it. Yeah, Mario's mindset, I kind of get it. Smelly black guy. I don't even like, sorry, man. I can't say your name out loud. It makes me feel bad. Or something. It's like Temple plus 1,000. I have a little Temple plus 1,000. I'd be afraid of taking the spread or putting more than like, just some fun money on it. Wisco, good. Auburn's guards might be their downfall. Yeah, I liked how they're one of the few groups in the country that continues to take hard coaching. I like that. Every other kid's like quitting and the coaches have to leave. Like Thibodeau's about to be on the way out. Bobby Huggs is like, feels like it's on the way out. Like everybody's on the way out. Max out. I like that they still take Coach K's final season probably means they win it. Maybe, but I actually think it's just because they're so multiple on the court. They can play basketball with anybody in the country. There's not a team in the United States that they can't match up with, arguably like an NBA team. I mean, they get killed, but they match up okay. It would just be a lack of experience and size, age, talent, etc. Okay. Which other games did I miss on here? Touched on. I think it's a really bad spot for Southern Utah against a trending up Idaho State team that has enough size to at least make things difficult. It's not going to be just like Spurgeon playing volleyball on the backboards. So I would look at Idaho State on like a sprinkle if I was going to take anything. Quinnipiac feels too wide against a Monmouth team playing poorly. Tennessee State, I feel like is a bad matchup with their experience and stuff, and kind of like SEMO's like a next year team to me. I'm not going to play that because I like SEMO. Philip Russell is a guy. Yo, FUT fan, RIP Mr. Whiskers, man. I'm sorry. If that's real or not, that's sad either way, because if you're joking, it's sad too. But I'm sorry, brother. That really stinks. My two dogs over there say sorry too. IPFW, yeah, I would look to live it. It's not a good matchup for me. I think they play good defense. Luke Yaklich defense versus like a team that maybe, more so than not needs to get out, force turnovers, half court wise. It could get sticky. If UIC takes care of the ball, it can get sticky. So I'm counting on UIC to turn over the ball a bunch if I'm taking that -5.5, which they can very well do. Yeah, FUT fan, hang out for a while. We'll be here for a little bit. Okay, let's see. Cal also feels too wide, starting to trend back up a little bit with Jeremy Shepard there. I don't want to take it to fade those guards. I liked that more before I looked into it more because there's a world where I don't know how much of an edge there actually is on Cal. We talked about UCF. Is your dog named after Bill Walton? No, I got Bella and Dino, guy. I just keep the names. Whatever I adopt them, I just keep the names. I can't mentally deal with that shit. I don't understand how Oregon State is like 3-25 and makes every game a sweat, because they're just like, there's something lost. It's like that little bit or whatever. Ethan Thompson was such a massive part of that team, and it can't be underrated, Jordan Smith, and they just haven't recovered from it. Ethan Thompson was like, he was as big a part of that basketball team last year as you'll ever see a college basketball player be a part of a team. What do you do in the summer and fall? Baseball and like whatever sports. Baseball, UFC year round now. You're going to release the black bracket once everything is set for March Madness? Oh, yes, sir. We're going to do a contest, too. We're going to do a group. A couple people wanted to do a group on, I don't know, one of the bracket things, and we're going to do one. Ohio State, no. I don't think they bounce back. I think it's a bad matchup guard-wise. I think Tyson Walker, if he wants to have like 12 assists and do what he wants, I think he can do literally whatever he wants. I don't know if it's like in their ability to bounce back, sleep on Steve-O. The only thing is because like they're really injured and like they lack guard experience. So it's like there's only so much you can change. I mean, if EJ Liddell just says, I'm going to drop 40 on people's heads, then you drop 40 on people's heads. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. All right. Long Beach, I think, ends up getting it done. UC Davis, maybe they get a lead with the guard play, hit some threes early, but eventually those UC Davis guards will crumble. BU we had on from the Loyola Maryland from the Patriot bracket the other day. I think they get it done. They're a little too experienced to lose in this spot. They're not going to go out in the first round. Jacksonville, maybe some kind of good spot because their coach is Jacksonville State ends up beating Kennesaw, even if it's close. I mean, it's just too much experience, size, everything. It's like the talent of Kennesaw. They're meeting too much physical talent on the other side to win this kind of spot, in my opinion. Jacksonville State definitely gets through here. Malachi Branham is that guy. He's young. He's going to have a couple more years. Coastal Carolina, I think ends up getting done over Georgia Southern because Georgia Southern stinks. It's a little wide in what could be just an ugly, gruel it out physical game, just slugfest. You can see them keeping it close, but I think Coastal ends up figuring it out and count Georgia Southern to go on a nice little drought at some point in the game too, and then Valpo, Oregon. So I think we hit on all of those. I think I'm gonna take a leak real quick, and then let's flip, and we'll do the. Let's see. All right. If anybody has any questions, but this is the Sun Belt bracket. Let me take a leak real quick, then we'll rock. All right. What's up, crew? Coastal Carolina coach gets everyone to the dance? Maybe. All right, let's see. This is what I'm thinking for this portion of the bracket. I'm completely, if anybody wants Arkansas State here, feels strongly about it. I just think they've been playing like shit. So that's why I have Arkansas State not advancing. What's up, Elvis? Nice to see you, bro. How are you? So got this one wrong. It's obviously Lafayette. Changes nothing for me. I went with the guard play there. Lafayette has something cooking there. Those young kids, the Bryant and the Thomas kid together are going to put something together. I know they are. I think Little Rock wins. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how this match will go otherwise. I actually think Troy would beat South Alabama either way. I think Troy would beat South Alabama, but I think Little Rock beats Troy based on the inside matchup. Like if you're watching the game right now, you need guard play to beat Little Rock. And I actually like the way the young guards are trending up. I think you need like superior guard play. Absolutely need. I don't think Troy has that. So I think Little Rock can advance through this round. And then I think we probably run into it with a super experienced Texas State team where our turnovers come back to bite us, stuff like that. We're not getting enough inside going against them. And their experienced guard plans of winning. I really like Mason Harrell. He's like one of the biggest reasons of picking Texas State. I love Nigel Small, those guys that have been there a long time. I like the depth at the forward spot. I like the depth in general compared to a lot of other teams. Monroe, Arkansas State is very coin flippy to me. I understand Arkansas State has the better talent. First time here, but you seem to love guard play. That's because I like money, Jordan Smith. That's because I like money. Guard play wins money, especially in March. Any playoff time. Think about every playoff you've ever watched. How many big men have you seen dominate in the playoffs? Dirk? The Jefferson kid for Little Rock having a pretty good day. I like their young guards a lot, man. I like their young guards a lot. So I think this game's very coin flippy, the Arkansas State Monroe game. I would change this because if Arkansas State wins, I can't see this Arkansas State team that's kind of tanked off a cliff in terms of chemistry fucking beating Georgia State. That's not going to happen. I think Monroe can beat Georgia State, though. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit of a disadvantage inside, but the Jackson and the Ozier kids are like my two favorite players in the game, so I think they can advance. Northern Jefferson makes me want to do the gritty after every three. Tyler North. Good vibes, bro. Northern Kentucky. I don't think they have a very good matchup, but I love the team, so I don't know how to help you there. I'm sorry, man. Do you like CFC with the points? I mean, Coastal Carolina with the points. I mean, I don't hate it because the offense is so bad for Georgia Southern, but I'm going to personally look to live in that spot. I can let it walk on by. It's not going to kill me. Because I don't know. There is something about that Coastal team. I don't see Coastal getting by App State. I think that's really tough, and I think it's ultimately just like turnovers. Like it's going to be a 1 or 2 possession game at the end, but App State takes care of the ball. They're like, I think I did it last night, but they're like 70. Oh, I have the turnover rates. Hold on. They're like 78th in assist to turnover. They're 255th. That's the difference in that matchup where both have talented guards. That's the difference. 78th to 255th. Extra possessions ultimately end up being the difference. I think App State advances regardless of who they play here. You can play Georgia State. You can play Monroe. You can play Arkansas State. Ultimately, they are going to have the steadiest guards. This gets tricky. You want to take App State, go for it. You want to take Texas State, go for it. I can see App State repeating. They probably, I mean, they do have the best guards in this tournament. The best guards are on App State. You just have to say it. Justin Forrest has the biggest nuts on the table. I just really like this Texas State brand, and I've been following them for years. When they had Nigel Pearson, maybe was his name. I forget his name, but he was a little too overly reliant offense on him. Now you get the same kids, the Adams kid, the Harrell kid, all these kids as seniors. I don't know if Harrell is. He might be a junior. But a bunch of these kids are seniors. This program's kind of growing up. I feel like this is a moment. This is like a moment for the Texas State program. That's what it feels like to me. So that's what I'm riding. I like it, might not. What do we think about Michigan State +6? I'm on the money line. I don't like the +6. But I don't know about that. I'm not good at betting on that. I think it's either close. I can see Ohio State waxing them because Michigan State falls apart on the road like they have throughout the season. But from a purely matchup perspective, I think Michigan State has a pretty significant edge here. From a purely matchup perspective. Because, like, Tyson Walker can do literally whatever he wants. There's no one quick enough to guard him. So he can just run around literally doing whatever he wants. There's nothing he can't do in this game. Valpo, money line to the 4-team. I feel like you're about to say 4-teamer, and my brain's going to just pop and explode all over the screen, and the show will be over. So I should probably move on to the next bracket. Iowa, I wouldn't touch weird. I just don't think Iowa's good, and I just still don't think they're good. What's up, JTG Ruth? How are you, brother? Let me get to the other board. Ow. Fuck. Just hit my head on the fuck. All right, can everybody see that? All right, MVC boys. Wait, hold on. Let me answer. I know, bro. Dude, the chandelier. So check this out. I got to show you. There's a giant ball that used to hang from the middle of it, and I knocked it off so many times that it shattered into like a million pieces. It's a nice chandelier, too. People compliment the chandelier. How confident are you in Pepperdine spread and South Florida spread? Well, I have half the amount on South Florida spread that I have on Pepperdine. So chills where I have a unit on Pepperdine. I have a half a unit on South Florida. So that would be like the confidence / edge levels. Like to me, it's like how much you put on is like kind of like a variance confidence kind of thing combined with how much edge you think you have. So I think I have a unit of edge in Pepperdine, and I think I have a half unit edge in South Florida. Because I can see, South Florida's offense isn't the best against athleticism here, but we're going to get 3 points. It's going to be a low-scoring game, 12.5, so really that's a lot to cover. Valpo, LB State, Oregon, IPFW, and Coastal. I think they're all going to win. I do think they're all going to win. I'll be at the OSU game, hopefully watching MSU shit themselves at Marty Lane. Have fun, my brother. Have a good time. Hope you have a good time. Hey, Turtles, what's up, dude? You know how I go. What's up, man? How are you, brother? Good to see you. Dishwasher is done, bro. I leave it open all the time. I have no idea why, and there's shit everywhere. I'm a single guy trying to keep a house on my own. It is brutal. And the cleaning people come tomorrow. It's tomorrow Friday. They come tomorrow. Yo, College Hoops Mecca. Marty's on, and you're both on OSU campus. Fucking link up, dude. Fucking link up and fucking come chill. Sammy Sosa now. Sammy Sosa's always in the house, baby. I just realized that Chief Keef song, Love Sosa, was about Sammy Sosa. I realized that like the other day. How do you find such good underdogs? Not sure on the name yet. I'm not looking for one thing or the other. I'm looking for value. Is it mispriced? Like if you go to a store, is it an investment that's priced correctly or mispriced? I'm not really I'm looking for teams I think are going to win. But I want value, man. Like this game to me was not plus 600 means they have a 16% chance of winning. I thought Arkansas Little Rock had a much higher than 16% chance. So based on that, I had to put a lot on that. It's just the way it goes. You think Loyola going to lose to Bradley? Yes, I do. Thanks for steering me back in. I appreciate you. Thank you for steering the ship. So we talked about Indiana State. I like them. As I said, it comes down to coaching, late game execution for me. That's what it ultimately comes down to. That's enough. They have enough winners on the team like a Bledson, people like that, Cam Henry, make the plays when you need them. Bradley over Loyola Chicago. I don't think there's enough inside. I don't trust this Loyola Chicago team as far as I can throw them. I'll take all the closers on Bradley. I'd take Rank Mast even down the stretch, and he's a big man, and obviously Roberts over a lot of what Loyola Chicago can have. I don't believe in this Loyola Chicago team. I don't think they're very good. I think Bradley, one thing people underestimate is Brian Wardell. Brian Wardell is very, very good. Very, very good coach. And people underestimate that. I think they beat Iowa. They're going to bully them inside. They're going to murder them inside. I think about how good Northern Iowa has to shoot in that game. Another thing. Go look at my comments, and there's somebody that's friends with somebody on the Northern Iowa basketball team that commented about something. Just go look at that comment. I don't want to repeat it because I don't think that kid wants out a bunch about it, but that was a vibe I've been getting. I've talked about it all season. Maybe there's a player on the team that not everybody likes, but I don't think they have the chemistry to win shit. But tournament already started, so if you're already locked in fucking Northern Iowa on the spreadsheet, we'll see what happens. They fell off after Cameron Crutwig. Yeah, I just this combo of players is not enough for me. It's not enough for me. The talent is coming up in this league. There's a lot of talent in this league. I'll take Valpo over Evansville. Yeah, we talked about it. Good matchup. I think Valpo's experience can beat a Missouri State team that's fucked with their offense way too much. Have way too much. This is going to be first we're going to try and establish Prim this game randomly for the first game in 5 games. This is going to be Isaiah Mosley, 25 shots a game. All of these kids need to come back next year and figure it out. But I just think Valpo will at least know exactly what they want to get to. They'll know we're going to go to Cricky. They'll know we're going to go to freaking Kobe King, and they'll at least like those kind of plays. Just think they get it done. Drake beats Southern Illinois. Next year, Southern Illinois' year with Damask and Lance Jones as seniors. We'll take them as seniors, not this year. I think Drake has enough to get it done at just execution and everything. I mean, Drake, I see Drake being the popular pick. Everybody loves Drake. Bet on Drake all the season. You always bet on Drake. Just this DeVries, man. There's something with DeVries. I don't like it. I don't like the shot selection, how he fits in with the rest of the pieces. This almost just feels like a team that didn't have quite enough. They tried to tinker with it to make it a little bit better, to try and win some games in March. And instead it ends up kind of backfiring. Yusefu is a big loss too. You can't recruit to replace what Yusefu was turning into, right? So I think that ultimately ends up being a big part of the difference between them and Bradley. Bradley's going to have a lot of size. They're just going to be bully balling on the boards in that matchup. And I just don't think Penn's going to ultimately do quite enough. And I don't think the athleticism on the perimeter for Drake is going to murder any of like Bradley's stuff. That's the other thing. Bradley gets pretty good guard matchups in all of these. They don't have to run into like Missouri State, where it's like super tons of athleticism on the, unless there's reseeding in this one too. And I don't know about it. I don't know if anybody knows that and can tell me if I'm wrong on that. But otherwise, they miss Missouri State, which is their worst matchup. So I think Bradley gets it done. Because either way, even if Missouri State beats Valpo, they're not beating Drake. They already beat them like twice this season. They're not beating them in a fucking tournament setting. Get out of here. Get out of here. So that's what I'm thinking. Anybody got any hot takes on this? Live Bet Sports. Should I hit something live? It's your name. I have no clue, bro. I'm not watching the game, or I wouldn't be able to pay any attention to you guys right now. If I was watching the game, I would have been able to. I'd be able to tell you. I have no idea what's going on with game flow. My girl was over for a little bit. We ate some breakfast together, and I booted her out to do the stream. So I haven't watched any of the game. I watched UT Arlington miss a lot of shots, though. So, yeah, hold on. Let me flip. Historically, I just think Drake is the play. There's something wrong with them this season. I can see Missouri. No, I can't see Missouri State winning. Sorry, Dairy Cow Duck. Dairy Cow Duck. Oh, what's up, brother? Yeah, I just couldn't can't quite bring myself on either of those teams. This is not the same Drake. There's something about the momentum. There's something about the feel of it. There's something about the way DeVries fits in with the other pieces. There's just something about Drake that I don't like. Yeah, JTG Truth. I feel the same way. There's just something missing there. Dairy Cow Dog, what's up, bro? How are we? I can't do Missouri State guy. I will say that we have people in the chat that go to Missouri State that are boys with Isaiah Mosley and say he's an awesome kid. So I hear good things about the character there. I am actually like a Dana Ford guy. I liked him from his Tennessee State days. I liked the hire, but I liked it a lot more when Missouri State was valued at like next to nothing when he initially got there. Now you're paying such wide prices on Missouri State. You're paying prices like they're Drake. They ain't Drake. Sin City Chaos. Who you got, my brother? Who you got? I like my Bradley look. 2 of the last 3 years, Brian Wardell's been building something under the covers. We don't play Jashawn Henry anymore, the cancer of the team. It's time to roll come March. I think I took Missouri State. All right, we duel. There's just something about role allocation on that team, which is probably where the limits of Dana Ford come in, where it's like, all right, good at assembling talent, good at riling people up, not so good at the X's and the O's, huh? The X's and the O's. Sleeping on my Salukis next year. Travis Gibson, I will be all over. When Marcus Damask and Lance Jones are seniors, I will probably bet on Southern Illinois every single game next season. Every single game. Prim to the rim. I do like Prim. My problem with Prim is like where they get him the ball / the times they get it. Like it's never natural. Like it's fucking never natural with Prim. It's like we either are forcing like crazy or he's just not involved in the offense at all. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like he's always getting the ball in a relatively bad spot unless it's a wide open layup. That's just how I feel personally. Propstar, why are you so big on Little Rock? Did you hear my song? I made you guys a song at 4 a.m. last night about Little Rock. So, I mean, I feel like yo, bro, where is a good place to get a Tuggy in your town? A lot of places, man. Depends what kind of toppings you want on your ice cream kind of thing. What kind of fun parlor tricks do you want alongside? But that's not what this is about. I'm not getting blocked for that, bro. Bro, I saw when you uploaded and that was like, damn, Jake gets up early. Dude, I was just up all last night. I'm working my ass off this week I've been hanging out with that girl, dude. I'm going to be honest. I've been spending a lot of time with her. Haven't been getting work done at normal times. But I got quite a bit. Okay. So times, my days in college prepared me for this stuff. But why'd I take them? I mean, whatever. We'll go over it after. I can't think about it right now because now it's hurting my brain because I'm not watching. Do you know, it's like I have a crazy sweat on plus 600. I'm not watching. So I'm going to keep it turned off for a second. Is Bradley or Drake better at a tuggy? Probably Drake, a little bit older, more experienced. Maybe they look like, I don't know. There's a bunch of guys on Bradley that look like they have soft hands. So maybe Bradley. Little Mikey L. Okay. So I think we got to the back of this one. All right. I'm going to flip and do WCC real quick. How is there no foul on that play that I just watched occur? Are we about to get teched up? I literally just turned the thing and it's tech, and we're about to get teched up because JTG Truth, I'm doing this guy. How could I watch the game and do this? That's crazy. There was no foul on that play where we're about to get teched up for. I randomly turned around when that play just happened, where he got supposedly stuffed at the rim. That's crazy. If we're gonna tech him up there, that's bull. Oh, they teched him. That's not a great spot, coach, to get teched up with up 4 with a couple minutes. That's a huge foul, though. That's a wild foul. We're going to be up, 2 to 4 points with 4.5 to go, 4:40 to go. Oh, they scored them both. Oh, it's 66-64 now? That counted, so it's going to be tied? Yeah, whatever. I'm sweating this too much. All right, so let's go through the final, and I got to get moving with my dia. We talked about it before. I like Pepperdine. I think Pepperdine can do a lot. I'm pretty confident that Portland's, unless San Diego somehow gets by, Portland's run ends here. This is a bad matchup for me with the big guys for Pepperdine and how much they're going to punish inside. Like Woods just making stupid mistakes. Portland's run its course for me. They were a fun, it was a fun story while it happened for me, personally. Pepperdine, Santa Clara, I can see going either way. Santa Clara is a very enigmatic team. It's very difficult. I think that Santa Clara has so much talent, but can be so sloppy with the ball, all kinds of things like that. So I'm leaning Pepperdine, weirdly enough, advancing out of that. And I think St. Mary's obviously wins. I like Pacific. We took them last time against Loyola Marymount, kind of got run out. I still like Pacific. BYU's been playing like shit all season. I don't want any piece of them, although I don't want any piece of really San Fran now either. I just think they'd probably be Pacific. But these two teams, I don't want either piece of them. I'll tell you this much. These two aren't winning. Because I think BYU can beat San Fran. I mean, whatever. So I think we end up having another Gonzaga-St. Mary's showdown. I still don't believe in Gonzaga. I've been saying that all season. I've been saying it all season. I don't like Gonzaga. What have they proven? Never trusted them hard. And people just still are like, when we're talking about teams to go to that you want to take deep into March, people keep throwing Gonzaga out there. What about that team, including the loss they have on their ledger against Alabama, makes you say Gonzaga is really good? Sin City just joining in. Can you recap everything at some point? Yeah, let me go get the other board for you, brother. How are you? Bum bum ba bum bum bum. Somebody I like their front court, but I don't think they make Final Four. I don't know. I don't find a ton that I love about Chet Holmgren other than that he looks like a prehistoric beast. I do like Strawther, though. I think Strawther is an NBA player. Yes, sir. St. John's and Julian over. Cash it, boys. St. John's plays tonight? They played last night? Yeah, Xavier that's why you can't take them, man. Just straight dumpster. Straight dumpy. I know you hate that. I don't hate anybody, Elijah Roth. I'm sorry. I don't want to make it sound like I come out like I hate anybody. I love everybody on planet fucking Earth. But I just don't. I just think, man, I've just watched them mess up and fold so many times in big spots and stuff like that, or just make the wrong play or whatever. They just get a lot of opportunities, in my opinion. I don't know. JGG Ruth, ref has money on game. I know, dude. It's not ideal. Everything I see when I turn over, I'm like, why is South Alabama get every call? But the basketball gods, hopefully the basketball gods. Thoughts on Oregon? I think they have a good matchup. Theoretically, you just put Harmon on Terrell Brown and then just force Washington to hit an alarmingly high percentage of threes. And if they do that, you say, okay. But I just don't trust Oregon. They're on my not trust list. I mean, losing to USC is a bad look right now. I'm a huge USC guy, but kind of poopy basketball, in my opinion. So now you're making me spits over this game now. Drew Timme won't go without a bang, at least Sweet 16. What the hell does Drew Timme get to decide? Dano seasoning, I play a lot, need help. I'm confused. I play a lot. I need help in general, I guess, in life. So 2 peas in a pod? I'm not sure how to answer that. Arlington lost to ULL. They did. They covered, though. So if you're a little smarter, better than me, and didn't go predominantly money line, you're already up to that. Timme is trash. Hopefully I helped somebody with that. Hopefully I didn't hurt anybody with that. Timme is trash. LOL. Yeah, I don't think Timmy's good. I'm sorry. I have a tough time with that. If he's good, then he should have had a pretty good day against Baylor last year in a really big game. If he was good, I think he's a pretty good leader. Tim McFadden, what's up, my guy? We were talking about Florida State. I was talking people off of Notre Dame yesterday. I was repping your boys for you, Timmy. I can see it, but I like the matchup up front for him. I like Diabate on Murray, and I like no answer for Dickinson. Fresno State money line. I'm going small, beer with a fix-it. Just I think it is wildly off, but it is a big game for San Diego State, and I like their program. But it's so far off just from being like a low-scoring, grimy, whatever game, and we can hit threes just as well as they can, that, yeah, the plus 320 is fucking ridiculous. I mean, the actual that's ridiculous. I have to take some. How confident am I in them definitely pulling it out? I'm not as sure. Don't be surprised if Arkansas makes a run. They were just on my list of top 3-4 teams that I think could make a run, so I agree. Duke, Providence, Arkansas are on my list so far. I think I got to throw Auburn on there too. I think I just do. Tim McFadden, can I repeat Little Rock logic? I missed it. There is 2:53 left in the game, and apparently we're reviewing something else. I'm sure there's another technical being called or something on Little Rock. Yeah, I mean, I think Duke is also the most multiple. Army, I agree. I would put Army on my leans list over just Lehigh's so young. We are so incredibly young, and at least there's Rucker, Caldwell, stuff like that for Army, right? So I would lean that way. Although Lehigh was trending up towards the end of the season. I tuned into a few of our games. SMU, Cincinnati, I think there's value on Cincinnati matchup-wise. Not touching it with a 40-foot pole, Captain America. Cincinnati hasn't been engaged for a basketball game in how many weeks? So I can't magically expect them to now. But I think they probably have a slight matchup edge, but they just don't care about basketball. So if Jared Bynum was taller, he would be really good. Yeah, if he stayed at St. Joe's, he would have been awesome. Well, I don't understand how everything is under review all the time in this game. Are they just trying to hand South Alabama the game? Anything you wanted, Sin City? Is there anything you wanted to ask me about? Because I think I might wrap up relatively soon. I'm on a couple hours of sleep last night, and I ran out of weed overnight. So I was thinking I would probably just go get a fat doobie and start looking at the fights. Bro, the fights this weekend, is anybody else salivating at all the underdogs on the UFC card this weekend? Dude. Bashar Jackson, AJ Reeves, actually, I was low on him, and he's proved a lot to me this year. A lot of mental toughness. He still is a mistake-prone guy. But thoughts on Cuse real quick. I'm going to the game on Saturday. Peterson, who do they play? Anybody with an interior presence? Then I think they lose. Who does Syracuse play? You're going to the game, Peterson. You're one of the brothers. Who are they playing? Miami. Against the zone. Oh no, man! I want to talk about that. I can't trust your UFC picks anymore, Lil Vinny. I won UFC last week, Lil Vinny. Masvidal or Covington, Sin City. I'm going Masvidal. Precisely why Lil Vinny just wrote, I can't trust your UFC picks anymore. I'm going Masvidal. I think Masvidal won the second fight with Usman and just like was so overconfident because he knew he had the wrestling part stuffed, and then Usman was swinging like a wild man at the end of the first, and he got overconfident. That's why he got laid out. I don't think Covington. I think he's going to starch Covington, send him back to the Stone Age. Covington's super overrated for me. Bryce Mitchell is free, no joke. Yeah, I'm a little afraid at size and how Bryce Mitchell keeps talking in all of the interviews, a lot of conspiracy stuff, and how he's like kind of afraid of getting injured against a guy like Edson. I tend to want to believe in Bryce Mitchell too. I think he's a winner at life, but stay away from the UFC, but everybody's trying to save me. You guys understand that like one of the biggest reasons why I do this channel every day is because I want to build a community so we can all manage a fighter together. So if I stay away from UFC, I can't achieve my dreams. So I don't know what to do there. Nick Latore, I hope so, man. I'm just going to be rooting for Mitchell on that one. I'll be rooting heavily for Mitchell. What were the other ones I was looking at? Hold on real quick. I think Moicano over RDA because RDA can't just spam takedowns. Moicano's much better at range. I feel like Moicano took that fight for a reason. Oliveira if it goes like plus 300 fading Kevin Holland. I mean, dude, dangerous guy nonetheless. And Kevin Holland has all kinds of confidence issues. Michigan State, big BTN Sports. Yeah, I mean, dude, I think they have one glaring matchup advantage. Not only they match up fine in the front court, but who's going to guard Tyson Walker? If you watched the quickness of the Nebraska guards tearing up Ohio State last time out, you kind of look at the personnel and think about it, and then you run Tyson Walker by him. You know, Tyson Walker is a liability in a lot of matchups. It might not be the best thing on the defensive end. But I think Tyson Walker, and he's kind of been trending up throughout the season, Tyson Walker should be able to do absolutely whatever he wants in this game. Whatever he wants. I think this should be a show-out game of the season. Yeah, Falcons. Yeah, you bring up good points. Kevin Holland is winning. Moicano on 4 days' notice is sketchy. Hey, I don't know how good I am at USC. We don't have any long-term data there. I've only been doing it for like a year. What's good, Jake? What's good, brother? You don't think Memphis is going to blow out USF? No, I don't. I think it's going to be a lower possession game. I think USF has a massive coaching edge. Brian Gregory over Penny Hardaway, who doesn't coach. So, yeah, I think they have a really good chance. Memphis is also really sloppy with the ball against a relatively stout defense. We have toughness to match up. We're not just going to like fold. So I would definitely be on USF for sure. Next week, UFC card, I'm hammering Pahea. Who is he fighting? I'm hammering. The biggest play since Jared Cannonier for me will be Tom Aspinall over Volkov. Tom Aspinall is a future UFC champ, and I think he's still at dog odds versus Alexander Volkov. That's fucking problem for the market. For whoever's taking the bet. So that's a big issue. That's a big problem. Do you think TCU is getting disrespected with the points? Kind of. I can see them winning outright, but I can also see Kansas just hitting all the threes they didn't hit last game and just completely bash their heads in. Boss caught me on the stream earlier. Biggest takeaways for the day? Carson. I don't know. I don't know what the biggest takeaways for the day were. I don't know. It's a hard question. My brain's starting to turn to mush. I'm on 2 hours of sleep. Hammer Kamzat. Did I tell you I have an absurdly expensive Kamzat card that's worth like a nice 5-figure Kamzat card? So I got enough on Kamzat. I was thinking of trying to sell it before Gilbert. I like Gilbert. I think he would have beat Usman if he had a decent weight cut and didn't have COVID 4 times before. Inside information. You won't find it. Oh, that's sick, man. Have a good time, Peterson. Buddy Bam Senior, you should go. Have a good time there. IPFW cover -5. The reason why that line's moving in the other direction is because it's a bad matchup. I think IPFW wins. I have them winning this tournament, but covering 5 is really difficult for me because they're going to be playing a fundamentally sound defense on offense. When they're on offense, be facing a fundamentally sound defense and Luke Yaklich's defense. So like, I don't think they can get really bad in the half court. It's really dependent on how many turnovers they get on UIC. UIC takes care of the ball. This is a close game down the stretch. I believe that. So I think that's why you're seeing the line movement go back towards UIC. Indiana State is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm taking Indiana State for sure. 2 hours of sleep. I need at least 5 to function. I'm not functioning. I had to get up early to bring my car into the shop, though, because I left the door open and the battery died. Takir is a free leg of parlay for everyone. A lot of people are saying that. I've actually heard that narrative. Nick Latore, you know your UFC, at least to some decent extent. Take a break to go watch last 20 seconds. Oh, shit. What is happening? If I were to parlay 3 college teams, what should I parlay? All right, fuck it. I got to go watch the last 20 seconds. Sorry, guys. Just hold on. You're right. There's 14 seconds left, it says. All right, hold on. I'll leave that. But I got to watch. I'm sorry. I got it on over here. We're up 2 with 14 seconds. They're still at the line. Whoa, maybe I don't want to watch it because I might have a minor heart attack given how much I have on Arkansas Little Rock plus 600. I have a scare. Dude, this is why I don't understand, though, with the parlay things, because it's like people get so wrapped up in risking a little to win a lot. When you think about if you lay like a minus 200, minus 200, minus 200, those are all 66% implied odds, right? 66%, 66%, 66%. The edge that you have to have on all of them, plus them all simultaneously happening, like I'm just on Arkansas Little Rock plus 600. You know how many minus 200s I have to parlay together to get a plus 600? Or like anything like that. It's just, I don't know. I feel like with parlays, my problem with it, it's not even that. That was stupid to say. My problem with it, it's hard for me to accurately, like that joint, whatever, like they both need to happen, right? So that joint probability of it happening, I don't know how to value that as well. So we'll see. JTG Ruth, I got 500. You got more? You got 500 on the plus 600? My guy. Well, we'll see. We have no idea. But it was a good bet either way, because I think we had more than a 16% chance implied odds of winning this game, it seems. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it seems like it was more than 16%, whatever ends up happening. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Peterson, I want you to have a really good time at the game, but I'm a little afraid. So that scares me. Purdue Fort Wayne. Dude, it's a bad matchup. Have you watched? So did anybody else? So somebody from the chat, really, this is why this chat's so important to like me, especially. Everybody keeps telling me about teams I didn't watch enough, and then I'll watch really key specific games. Did anybody watch the Cleveland State IPFW game when they went to like triple OT? I know Sin City Chaos watched it, but me and him after the game talked about IPFW's half-court offense. And this is the type of defense. It's the only defense in the tournament. I thought that when I picked IPFW winning, it was because I didn't know they reseeded. So I thought they were going to get by UIC. He missed? No way. Who missed? Okay. What was I going to say? My brain just mushed. I'm just running up around in circles. I can't anymore. You guys will just have to tell me what the outcome is. Now it's like almost like the stress that I just worked up in the last like 30 seconds just makes me feel like whatever. Why is JTG writing crazy? JTG, why are you writing crazy? That's scary. Oh, how important the chat is? Yeah, because everybody's – so we talked about the Purdue Fort Wayne game. Yes, thank you guys. You guys all reeled me back in. Yes, thank you. Wow, man, people are listening. This is why we have such a good fucking chat. But the IPFW game, like their end of game half court offense is bad. It's gotten better because Damian Changchi is such a leader, but UIC plays really good half-court defense. I don't think people know what a good coach Yaklich is. He's eventually going to get this program turned where it needs to be, this Illinois Chicago program. What's up, Trey? How are you, my brother? So I think IPFW wins purely off, like I've told the Changchi story a million times, Tyler North. Yep. But you've heard the story of Changchi carrying his dad up and down the stairs. His dad got shot and paralyzed when he was young. Changchi had to carry his dad up and down the stairs. Is really tough. So that kid's been built by life experiences. He's been built by a million things. Basketball is nothing to that kid. Kid's so mentally strong. He's found a way to make this Godfrey kid play pretty good team basketball. I didn't know that was really that possible. So any other questions? Because I got to end up, I'll wait till the end of the stream, but I got to end up biz-ouncing relatively soon. Thoughts on Duke? I think we can win. I think we're starting to trend up. We are multiple. Little Rock won? Don't fucking play with me. Oh, that's a nice dub. That is a lot of money. Steaks for us all tonight, kids. Steaks for us all tonight. Wow. Do I need to make songs? There's going to be another song tomorrow. Favorite play tomorrow gets a song too. And answering the person before, I didn't feel like jinxing things. Yeah, these mean pancakes. The egg sushi, which I would never touch with a 40-foot stick, by the way, but they mean pancakes until I get pancakes magnets. Hey, everybody that won Little Rock money line, do something nice for the next person you see in need. We hit a good amount of threes in that game. The refs couldn't fuck us out of it. Make sure you do something nice. Next person you see in need, help them out. Just a little bit. Fucking sandwich, whatever it is. But let's keep the juju rolling here. JDG, you've been around since the beginning, kid. All right. Miami Hurricanes tournament. I could see it. I'll break down the ACC. What do we have coming up for conference tournaments? Does anything start soon? I think I actually have the day off tomorrow because I was going to use tonight to hang out with the Chica again because it's nice. And break down UFC for this weekend. Anyone else have UT Arlington earlier? I did. I had only a little bit of spread and a sprinkle on the money line, a half unit on the money line. And I am not the best bet sizer. Although I was a pretty damn good bet sizer on that one, kids. Nah, not getting serious, but I don't know, man. Been going through a lot of shit lately, especially with stuff with my mom and stuff. It's nice to have a girl around again. Just makes it feel a little more homey. Especially Dino's been sick too. Dino's been sick. I don't know what happened, but he's been a little sick. So, all right, boys. I liked sweating out the end of that game together. Maybe we're gonna have to do some shit during the tournament now because that was kind of fun. I liked that. That was pretty good. We're all positive. I like how there wasn't anybody like having a meltdown when things got close at the end and stuff. I like that. I like this. We can do that. Big East prediction. I gotta go through the bracket, Captain America. It's entirely bracket like based for me. Everything is matchups. So Captain America, literally everything I do is matchups, like in every single sport. It's all from like just matchup based. So I can't pick anything without further. That's why I only say Duke because they're very multiple. They're very multiple. Like you can play you can easily play big with them. Play Banchero and play Williams. You can play small and play Griffin and play Banchero. You can do so many different things. You can play like 4 guards if you really needed to, right? So you can just do a million different things and play Banchero with the 5. Fuck it. I mean, that's basically what you're doing with Griffin anyways. So those 2 lineups, you're very multiple. They can match up with Arizona. They can match up with a fucking who's another team on the list? In Arkansas. You know what I mean? So that's why I just think Duke's really multiple. Yeah, definitely need to go live during round of 64. Yeah, I have a bunch of people visiting, but I'll find because we're not going to be able to stream. The other thing is, this is something we'll have to talk about, but at least the people in here real quick before we run off. Is there a time because the games are going to starting earlier. So I can't be like ready by like 8 a.m. or something like that Pacific time for like an 11 a.m. stream. But is there another time, just a couple votes on a time besides 1 p.m. Pacific, that if we shifted it up, like I don't want to fuck with everybody's lunch hour if most people are something, or maybe we do fuck with the lunch hour, whatever. But is there another time that people, San Diego State line dropping? That's because it's too wide. It's just a bully game, right? We're both going to punch each other in the face a lot. We're both going to play good interior defense. A key, though, is Orlando Robinson's increased proficiency from hitting from three. Because if he can pull Mensah out, then our drives get a lot better. Trey, you want an hour earlier? 1 EST, that's 10 a.m. Okay, one vote for each of those. Those are actually both doable. 11 Pacific is 2. So it's like 1, 2, or 3. I could do 1 or 2. Is there a better vote between 1 Eastern or 2 Eastern? 2 Eastern, I guess, is generally more, because when I take the dogs for I just got my car back. So 1:30, split the difference. I don't hate that. All right, we'll look at that. The thing is, I don't want to interfere with 3-man weave because they're like good. And I recommend people to go listen to that podcast if you don't already. Like for injury information, just little specific matchups. I don't believe everything they say. They're not professional bettors, but when they do have a hard take on something, they have like good information. So sometimes I like to listen to that. That frankly doesn't matter. I just don't want to steal any viewers from them because I want to support what they do. I don't care about watching it. I just, want to, support what they do. Spotify. I don't understand, Lil Vinny. Spotify? Do I have a subscription? No, not a paid one. I only watch Joe Rogan on it. Any feel on the Monroe Arkansas State game? Arkansas State, it's a guard game, right? So who do you trust? You trust Ozir Jackson or an Arkansas State team that's got some role issues, but certainly has a lot more talent in Eaton and Desi Sills, and even that Chad guy, Omir Chad Omir, that's the one up front. So more talent on that side. I think that they've been having, Arkansas State's playing like shit. So, is 3-man weave on Spotify? Type in Field of 68 best bets on YouTube, or just follow them on Twitter and they'll post their things. Follow 3-man weave on Twitter. It was helpful before I knew more. Like if you're new into college basketball sports betting, you should be watching 3-man weave. And it's just recorded on YouTube, so you can just go back and watch it. Thanks, Phineas, thank you. It felt good. We did it together on here. It felt good. Okay, so I'm going to look at 10:30 a.m. PST. Right? That's 1:30, yeah. As an alternate start time as we move forward, just with this stuff coming up. No Zed Key or Kyle Young banged up. They're going to save him for the tournament, kind of like we thought. Line moved down to 4.5. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would be on Michigan. Well, I'm already on Michigan State, so that changes nothing. But I'm happy with my plus 220 now. Let me tell you, I don't have any spread. I just have money line because I think it's a coin flip. So plus 220 seems pretty damn good to me at a coin flip. I basically thought Little Rock was like 42, whatever I said percent, 42 to 45% comfortably. So it's the odds game. Same thing Rutgers yesterday, coin flip game. Although it should have been 52 because Ron Harper's got a gigantic dong. So 52% Rutgers. But this is basically 50-50. I think the matchup goes to Michigan State, not great on the road. So I'll give it a 50-50 exactly. All right, boys. I'm going to go Noah Borelli, Little Rock, yes. We're taking them again next round. They match up great with Troy. We went over the Sunbelt bracket, but they match up great with Troy because everybody that just watched the South Alabama Little Rock game. If you just watched it, what killed them? It's guard play. Troy does not have the guard play, does not have nearly steady enough guard play or the talent to beat Little Rock. This Little Rock team, the young kids, we just watched the Jefferson kid, the DJ Smith kid, maybe a little bit, he's got to do more of the playmaking. He's not going to get the open shots like the Jefferson kid. Those two are leading this Little Rock program in the future. I actually, thinking back on it now, do we even hate the Tech? Do we even hate the Tech inspiring the team after they were getting mugged all game? Dude, Arkansas, Little Rock did that while getting fucked by the refs. That was very impressive by them, actually. Yeah, I can move Jeffrey Miller. They were raining threes all game. Yes, we were, baby. Yes, we were. Sometimes you got to get a little lucky, kid. So you'll be on the right side of variance. We are always on the right side, wrong side of variance. So, Marty Lane, do I cash out or leave my -6 for Ohio State? I don't know how that stuff works. How do they let you cash out when the line moves? They just eat it, or do you have to eat it? How does that work? Before you go, what do I think of Arkansas State -7? I put Louisiana Monroe on the bracket just because I think Louisiana Monroe can beat Georgia State. And I don't think Arkansas State can. And I have some spiteful vengeance towards Georgia State that made me want to put Louisiana Monroe advancing. I don't think Arkansas State's playing well. So I think if like both teams were playing well, I think it's Arkansas State all day. But haven't been playing well. So I would rather take UL Monroe in what should be a guard game. But I think Arkansas State can easily just work their asses. So gun to my head in the game, I'd take Monroe plus the points for that specifically. Just because it's guard play versus guard play. Is it really that big a glaring, like the Norchad O'Meara guy's worth like fucking 4 points or something? I don't really think that. He's that much better. I really like Sills too, Lil Vinny. If they were playing better, Arkansas State's just been like the role allocation in the second half of the season has been disgusting to me. Disgusting. I'm like, this team should be so much better. I love Marcus Eaton. I love Desi Sills. I should love them both. And yet I come into the postseason being like, I don't think they can win more than a game. You would have told me that midway through the season, I would have been like, I was looking to take Arkansas State. Noah Borelli rooting on his Buckeyes. Noah, you're a good man. Don't let anybody tell you you're not a good man. You're a good man. How did UConn lose yesterday, Captain America? I said to take Creighton, so I don't know because we just keep going over this. I don't mean to. Everybody thinks I'm being mean, and maybe that's the people reporting me all the time that gets me kicked off of live streams. RJ Cole is what he is. It's a good lesson in just like basketball, but like if you're going to have a team that's wholly dependent on one ball handler, that better be one fucking special ball handler if you want to go somewhere other than just being like, they're like a decent to good team is what UConn is. I think they're like a pretty good team, all right team based on their experience. Pauly doesn't play enough. And yeah, I mean, it's just RJ Cole. It's like you have a good defender to blanket him, like they put I assume, I didn't watch that game. I assume Kaluma was on him and it made his life more difficult. I saw he took a high volume of shots anyways, but they have Kaluma on him or they have the Alexander kid on him, or they definitely didn't have Alex O'Connell on him, right? So I just think if you have a good on-ball defender, you beat UConn a very high percentage of the time. That's like the whole handicap for me. Chop off the head of the snake, the game's over. So it's like tonight, you can't chop off the head of Michigan State's snake tonight. That's fucking weird. But you can't do it because nobody can guard Tyson Walker. So that's why I like Michigan State. I literally think that kid can have 15 dimes tonight if he wants. Iowa plus 115 if you want. I like the matchup for Michigan. I'll take their front court matchup and 2 uninspiring sets of guards. However, if the McCaffreys being out means that Tony Perkins has some great day and announces himself on the scene, I won't be surprised. However, can't really place a whole ton of value on like that outcome happening. I mean, more than not because he's going to get more playing time, but you know what I mean? Like if that happens, okay. But I'll back Iowa next season. I'll back Southern Illinois next season. Southern Illinois next season is going to be like whatever people call the wagons. We're going to be in the old Midwest, just stumbling along looking for new pasture, if that's what that is. All right. This is fixed up. Last questions. I got like 1 more, 2 more in my head, then I'm done. Yogi Eddie, what's up, bro? Nice to see you, kid. Thanks for swinging in. I'm going to, by the way, I screenshot it every time. I forgot to yesterday, so I did a little bit later, but I screenshot this every time, tweet it out on like whatever tweet I did for the day, like in the comments of that. And then I also posted to my Instagram story. My handle is the same across everything, but I post all the boards to my Instagram story every time. Do we have any conference tournaments tomorrow? That's the one thing I wanted to look at. Do we have to do any brackets tomorrow? We might not have to, actually. Actually don't think we do. I think no other tournaments start till the 5th. Crazy. We got a little break from bracket time. I like doing the brackets. They were stressing me out. I liked it. Dude, USC Upstate is a little scary now. Pancake magnets better be coming. Captain America, I can't find any good ones, bro. I couldn't find any avocado ones either. It stinks. I am going to be on High Point over Winthrop tomorrow. I'll tell you that. Tell you that right off the bat. I would love to fade Winthrop. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Yeah, no, we don't have any. I don't think any new tournaments starting. Yeah. No new tournaments starting tomorrow, so we'll just go over games tomorrow then. Or maybe we'll get started on the next one so we're not always cramming in a bunch every day. Not a bad idea, Jake. So maybe we'll do that. Or we'll do a UFC tomorrow because we'll have to do a bunch of stuff for over the weekend on Friday. Or tomorrow's show. Oh, tomorrow is Friday. Fuck. All right. So there won't be a show on Saturday. We will do brackets tomorrow. We'll do whatever the next brackets are. I'll have them cooked up. I'll have at least a few cooked up because there's going to be a big batch too. We probably should do 1 or 2 a day, right? I don't think Winthrop's winning the tournament. I can see it though, little Vinny. That who you got? That's who you got in the on the sheet. I'll tell you this much: the prize might have just gotten a little better from Little Rock. Little Rock might have just donated to the conference tourney winner fund for that. I'll tell you that. Nice, man. I like it. Dude, I think it's the coolest thing. This is so difficult because I'm entirely matchup based. I'm going to do bad in this because I'm so matchup based. So I've just theorized the whole way the bracket's going to go. So I probably won't do incredibly well. Actually, not really. When it's reseeds on me, I won't do well. But it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited to see how well people do. Like if somebody does really well, I'm going to be super impressed. It's fucking hard to pick these conference tournament winners. It really is. All right, boys. Anybody who made Arkansas Little Rock money line, go do something nice for somebody when you see somebody in need today. Other than that, we'll talk tomorrow. I'll try and figure out what the conference tournament's coming up. I'll try and, let's at least get 1 or 2 more out of the way tomorrow so that we're not all, because I know there's a couple days where it's like fucking like 8 of the big tournaments all start, like all the major conferences all start on like one day. So we can't do that. That's not reasonable. So we will get a couple done, like whatever. Tomorrow. I'll make sure something's for tomorrow. I'll make sure something. All right, boys. Be good. Be good. And it's not thanks. By the way, when people are saying thank you for picks, it's you. It's fucking not me. I'm not doing anything. I'm giving you some information. If it jives with your brain because of what you watch and what you think, then that's you. I don't do shit. I'm just trying to help people and give some people some information. If you use that to do well, good fucking job. Now use that and go help somebody else out. Adults, Tyler. All right, peace, boys. I'll see you guys later. Everybody have a wonderful day. Do something nice for somebody today. Peace. Whoever's still on YouTube, is that you, Peter Rabbit? I will see you later. Hope you're still recovering from the Lafayette loss, my brother. You'll get him back. Hopefully that Arkansas Little Rock money line and plus extension and help ease the pain a little bit. Go have a beer with your buddies. Be good, my brother. I'll talk to you soon.